So guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we have an exciting one. We're going out to visit a farm in the mountains of Altai. As you can see, it's snowing. The weather's changed. It's been warm, muddy everywhere, and now all of a sudden it's frozen. Snow everywhere. They're saying it feels like -10 at Celsius. Yeah, so he's going to pick me up soon, and we're going to go head out there and see what he's farming out there, how he's doing it, and yeah, should be a really great video, so stay tuned.
Нормально, там почти не слышно акцента. Там мне ответили, ты, говорит, а там, ну, видать, кто-то там или это, I think Sberbank 12 for slaughter this year. 12, something like that, 12 to 15.
And this is your power line?
Yes, our power line. Not this field, but you know, if you go a little diagonal, not this field, but the one that starts there, that's where we got our line starts.
Да, мы сейчас двух отбиваем там сначала на месте, потом открываем и с ними пошли. То есть мы идем, двое вот так вот и один посередине. Ну я сзади пойду. Сейчас я пойду, перчатки одену.
So here we are. Got all the cows. We've had a bit of strong wind recently, so the cows are all have all moved up here. We've put the fence up just to keep them in. So you've got little electric wire, high voltage wire, keeping them in. These white stakes every so often. You can see we're in November, mid to late November, and we still have green grass here. So we're in here. We're gonna grab 2 bulls and we're gonna split them off. It's Dima, fellow that works here, and a friend we picked up on the way here. We've got some young cows over here. So we've got one bull here, another one, these 2 nearer. All right, eh? So
These are the steers we're gonna sort of, which basically is gonna select a couple tomorrow to slaughter, and then move the rest of the herd into the hills where the grass is. So we're just gonna come out. They're all out there right now together and check out the condition of the pasture. So let's go.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna move the cows up into the pasture over that way. I think they're trying to run off in front of the cows so it doesn't go too far this way. So Dima was telling me that some of the comments on another video from Siberian freedom relatives, as some of you will know, they were saying that some people were not 100% certain that it was that these cows actually grow here in Altai. And well, as you can see, this is right in the mountains here. It's about, I don't know, hour and 45 or something like that from where we live, and beautiful, pristine environment here. You can see it's basically been untouched So cows have been moved up. Yeah, even though we've had quite a bit of wind and stuff lately, they're still looking pretty good, looking in good condition.
I don't know if you guys saw it, but we moved them from the field. That's where they came over a couple days ago, and they've been so loud because they were hungry, essentially. So we wanted to keep them here extra day because we want to sort out the steers for slaughter. And the plan was to move the cows. As you can see there, they're on the hill. They haven't been there, so it's pretty fresh snow, and the cows can easily get to the grass underneath it. There's plenty of grass there for them for today, and we are gonna move them tomorrow again. So the key in the winter grazing is basically, I mean, I'm telling you some obvious stuff, but maybe some of you don't know, but the winter grazing, you have to move them daily, because even though if you have plenty of grass or whatnot, once the cows are walking over a paddock, and if it's somewhat warm during the day, the sun shining or whatever, the ground's going to refreeze at night, and that's what we get. We get some cold temperatures in the next few days, -10, -15 or whatnot, and it's going to refreeze. So even though they have plenty of area to cover for 2 days, they won't be able to get to the grass easy, and we want them to have to spend as little energy as possible to get to their food. So that hill, that where the cows are right now, not just where they are, but you know, kind of throughout this area, there's, you know, we want to keep them for another, I don't know, maybe 3-4 weeks, not maybe 2 weeks maximum, and then we're thinking the weather might actually get to real winter here in Altai, because so far we have very unusual November. You know, even though you have not plenty, just a little bit of snow on the ground and cold weather, but it's still about to change. So we're still supposed to have like +10 degrees Celsius in the next 3-4 days or so. So very unusual November. You know, to say that last year at that time we had temperatures on the farm -36 degrees Celsius, you know, in November. So just about a year ago. So anyway, yeah, so we once they finish that stockpiling grass, essentially, we're gonna move them over the hill, and that's where we prepare for them the swaths, right? So all the swaths are there. I don't know, maybe around 300 bales worth of hay, basically in the swaths, for them to enjoy for another month or so. So if the cows don't have enough water with snow, they can easily come down and enjoy water. So I know it's not ideal situation as far as to give them access to water at the beginning of the winter, because once they drink the water, they're kind of used to water. So, but we have no problem to provide water for them if needed. So, because we have several beaver dams that are pretty deep, they're about 6-7 feet deep. So we're just gonna cut the ice. It doesn't matter how cold it's gonna be, it's not gonna refreeze the whole thing. So we're just gonna cut the ice, you know, kind of insulated this area where they can drink, and just open it up at the allocated time. So so this is a purebred Mangalitsa boar, our funtik, that's what we call him.
So they handle the cold all right?
They handle the cold like it's nothing really to them. It doesn't bother them at all. So they're entire year around, they're outside with small pens, but mainly they don't, you know, they very rarely use them. So this another boar is 𝐷𝐷𝐷, named 𝐷𝐷𝐷. So it's less fat, more meat. It's if you say Mangalitsa is more, it's known for its fat, very flavorful fat, a lard, whatever you call it. This breed is known for its meat. So basically very little fat. And so what we're doing, we are basically taking the Mangalitsa sows and breed to 𝐷𝐷𝐷 boar, and you can see some of them, like I showed you before, that are ready to go. They are basically crosses. So crosses should give you the cross of Mangalitsa and the 𝐷𝐷𝐷 should give you the meat of the same quality as Mangalitsa, so it's marbled pork essentially.
Yeah.
What they called it, Kobe beef of pork, right?
Wow.
So it's a very flavorful meat, especially in these conditions where they get minimum of grain, and most of the time, not here but in the main area where they actually eat all the roots, grasses, so they get moved not as often as cows obviously, but they get moved every depends on condition of the paddock, but maybe every 3 weeks to a month, so we move them. So, and then gives at least 2 months of rest for the paddock they've been. But yeah, if you look at this pig right here, this is our, like I said, the boar. The cold weather for them is nothing really. They're just gonna stay warm. It doesn't matter how cold they are, and if they're getting cold, they're probably gonna break down that bale and make a little shed for them right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm gonna switch to Russian, I guess, for a little bit, for those of you subscribers who are actually watching this channel in Russia. Ребят, всем большое спасибо, что смотрите. Большое спасибо Джастину за то, что помогает нам рассказать о нас историю. Может быть, некоторые из вас уже знаете, может быть нет, но мы реализуем свою продукцию через веб-сайт. Думаю, Джастин добавит ссылку на веб-сайт в описании. Переходите, звоните, спрашивайте, заказывайте. Сейчас как раз у нас начался сезон отправки, мы активно работаем над заказами. Можно заказать и говядину, и мангалицу, также баранину. Поэтому ждем ваших заказов и будем рады, как говорится, взаимодействию. Спасибо большое.
So why did you decide to go grain free?
Well, the economical reason probably number one is, you know, we get plenty of land here for for grass. The grass grows everywhere except, and also not except, but on top of that, the quality of grass is a variety. I don't know, we have about close to 100 different varieties of grass, and some of the grass that's used for herbs like oregano, thyme, and some other things are growing here on the hills, right? So when the animals eat this kind of grasses, obviously the meat tastes completely different. So, and then from the economic standpoint, we believe this is the only way to go, because you know, you don't depend on anybody, you know, the prices of grain or anything like that. So we can just, you know, be safe and only depend on ourselves to prepare enough food for our animals.
These cows are usually free roaming, and then only right at the end do they corral them, ready to be harvested and sent off to customers. So they have quite a good life. They're eating good food. It's food that they're meant to be able to, well, food they can digest properly, not like grains and stuff, which they're not really, their stomachs aren't designed to handle. And here in the Altai region, they get a lot of really beneficial herbs and grasses and stuff. So the quality of life and the quality of the meat of the animal is not really comparable to what you can normally buy in the shop or even at the markets. It's a completely different type of meat. And yeah, you can find the link down below in the description. He's got a website where you can order if you would like to buy good quality meat for your family that is completely clean of chemicals and all that kind of garbage that they like to put in the grain that they feed the cows. They're not getting all that kind of garbage. So it was a real pleasure coming out here to Demon's farm. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but I just haven't managed to get out here. Either he's busy or I'm busy or we're both busy. Just haven't managed to get out here at the same time. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun getting out on the farm and helping out moving the cows. We've got the cows out on pasture now again. The 3 steers are separated off because they're getting ready to harvest them. And if you would like to get some of this pristine grass started and finished beef, then you should head down to the description below where there'll be a website. On that website you can find all the different types of cuts you can get. They're selling beef, obviously this stuff, and pork, and I think even later on they're going to have some lamb as well. And yeah, it's a really good quality meat. We've had some before, and especially, well, I've had some of the pork, and you can't even compare it to the stuff in the shop. If you put it side by side, you would think like the stuff from the shop was diseased or something, or not even the same thing. Maybe it was chicken or something. I don't know. The pork is a dark meat. It's from the Mangalitsa pig, and it's just on another level. The flavor is different, and having come here and seen the area where it's grown, it's just gonna, the quality of it, like just on a health side of it, is just way better than what you're gonna get in any supermarket. It's grown in a very clean area. There's like, around here there's just nothing. It's just all mountains and fields. They don't spray anything, they don't grow any crops, nothing around here. And yeah, so it's just a product on another level. So if you'd like to see more videos like this, don't forget to go and leave a comment down below. And now you know that Dima speaks Russian as well, for our Russian audience who was asking, like, nah, he can't be from Russia because he speaks English too well. Well, tak получилось. Another question that people were saying was, is it actually grown in Altai, or did they just take videos and just say the meat's from Altai? Is the meat actually from Altai? Well, as you saw, we separated off the steers today to be harvested. The meat that you're gonna buy, I can give you my word, comes from this here farm. It's not a trick. I don't even know why you would think that, but yeah, no, it's these cows. Why else would you have cows if you weren't gonna? It just doesn't make any sense. But you can see for yourself, these are the cows, this is the quality, and they live in a really good spot, eating really good grass. And thanks for being with us, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.